I remember the exact moment Coach Harlan dropped the bomb on us during that sweltering August practice. The kind where the Texas sun beats down like it's got a personal grudge against freshman lungs. We were the Longhorns varsity squad at the University of Texas, a brotherhood forged in sweat and gridiron glory, but that day, he lined us up like cattle at auction and announced the team bonding initiative. Some psych major's wet dream, he called it. A forced pairing system to build trust, cut down on hazing bullshit, and make sure no one cracked under the pressure of Division I ball. "Y'all are family now," he barked, clipboard in hand, his mustache twitching like it knew we were doomed. "And families stick together or they fall apart." My name's Alex Rivera, senior quarterback, the golden boy with the cannon arm and the scouts whispering first-round pick in my ear since sophomore year. I'd led us to the Cotton Bowl last season, thrown for 4,200 yards, and yeah, I carried the weight of a program that breathed football like oxygen. But trust? That was a joke. My old man bailed when I was 10, leaving mom to juggle 2 jobs in my dreams, so I learned early. Rely on yourself or get burned. Teammates came and went. Freshmen flamed out, vets graduated or transferred, but the field was my constant. Until Jordan Hayes showed up. Coach paired me with him because he said, "You need someone who can keep up with that rocket arm, Rivera. Hayes is your shadow now, meals, study hall, film sessions. Make it work." Jordan was a junior transfer from some podunk school in Oklahoma, wide receiver with hands like magnets and a smile that could disarm a defense. 6'2" lean muscle from years of track before football called him back, with messy brown hair that fell just right and green eyes that seemed to see through your playbook. He wasn't the flashiest guy, didn't trash talk or flex in the locker room, but there was this quiet intensity about him, like he was always calculating the next route. Our first bonding dinner was at a dive called Elroy's, a hole-in-the-wall taqueria off 6th Street where the air smelled like cumin and regret. I slid into the booth across from him, still in my practice jersey, sweat drying in salty patches. "So what's your deal, Hayes? Why transfer midstream? Scared of the Sooners?" I teased, expecting the usual bravado. He stirred his horchata, those eyes flicking up to meet mine. "Nah. Needed a fresh start. Old school. Had some complications." His voice was low, drawl soft like Oklahoma wine through wheat fields, but there was an edge to it, a hesitation that made me pause mid-bite of my carnitas taco. Complications. In football, that could mean injury, grades, or worse, scandal. I didn't push. I'd learned that prying too hard snaps lines quicker than a blindside blitz. Over the next weeks, though, Jordan wormed his way in. We'd grab breakfast burritos at the Union before dawn waits, him nursing black coffee while I chugged protein shakes. Film room sessions turned into debates over cover 2 schemes, his insights sharp enough to make me rethink my audibles. And God, the guy could run. Deep posts where I'd thread needles he'd snag mid-stride. Pulling down impossible grabs like gravity was optional. The team started calling us the dynamic duo, ribbing me about my new boyfriend, in that locker room way that's half joke, half truth serum. I laughed it off, but late at night, scrolling through plays on my phone, I'd catch myself wondering what his laugh sounded like unrestrained, or how his hand would feel steadying me after a bad snap. It was subtle at first, the shift. A brush of shoulders in the huddle that lingered too long. The way he'd towel off after showers, glancing over like he was checking if I was looking. I was looking plenty. Growing up in East Austin, with murals of queer icons splashed on every other wall and pride flags fluttering from porches, being gay wasn't the bombshell it might have been elsewhere. But football? That's a different beast. Macho rituals, unspoken codes. I'd hooked up here and there, discreet apps and out-of-town hookups, but nothing real. Nothing that stuck. One rainy Thursday, after a brutal 2-a-day where thunder delayed us twice, we ended up at my off-campus apartment. Mom's old place, a cramped 1-bedroom I'd tricked out with posters of Vince Young, and a mini-fridge stocked with Gatorade. "Film," I suggested, tossing him a controller for the projector. But the rain hammered the tin roof like it had its own agenda, and instead of schematics we cracked open beers, technically against team rules but fuck it, and talked. Real talk. "You ever feel like you're playing a role?" he asked, sprawled on the couch, feet kicked up on the coffee table. His shirt clung damp from the dash inside, outlining the V of his hips. I swallowed, focusing on the label peeling off my bottle. "All the time. QB's gotta be the Rock, right? Unbreakable." I forced a grin. You. He stared at the ceiling, rain shadows dancing across his face. Every damn day. Back home it was complicated. Dad's a pastor, preaches fire and brimstone Sundays, then wonders why I can't look him in the eye. The words hung heavy and I knew. I fucking knew. The hesitation in his voice earlier, the transfer. Closeted kid from Bible Belt Central, chasing freedom in the liberal haze of Austin. I shifted closer, our knees bumping. Hey, this team's got your back. I've got your back. It was meant to be bro code solid, but my pulse betrayed me, thumping like a pre-snap count. His eyes met mine, raw and searching. Yeah? Even if? Even if? The air thickened, charged like the storm outside. Then he leaned in, tentative, lips brushing mine, soft as a whisper. Fireworks. No better, touchdown euphoria, the kind that echoes through your bones. We kissed slow, exploratory, hands mapping shoulders and necks like we were charting new plays. It wasn't rushed or desperate. It was inevitable, like the ball finding its receiver. That night blurred into mornings of stolen glances in the weight room. Notes slipped into lockers. Deep post at 3? J. And afternoons where practice bled into extra reps that were anything but. Jordan opened up in fragments. The fear of coming out, the pressure of his dad's expectations, the relief of Austin's open arms. I shared my own scars, the absentee dad, the nights mom cried over bills, how football was my escape hatch from it all. We were building something real, brick by vulnerable brick, and for the first time trust didn't feel like a trap. But shadows crept in early October. When the leaves turned burnt orange and our first Big 12 matchup loomed, Jordan started pulling back. Late to meetings, phone buzzing with texts he silenced quick. Family stuff, he'd mutter, but his eyes dodged mine like a safety reading a pump fake. I chalked it up to nerves, we all had them. The pressure cooker of SEC dreams could warp anyone. Then came the away game at Oklahoma State. A night game under those massive stadium lights that turned turf into a green sea battlefield. I was lights out, 28 for 35, 3 TDs, but in the second quarter on a 3rd and long I hit Jordan on a slant perfect strike, his hand swallowing it whole. Except he bobbled it, just enough for the corner to strip it free. Fumble, turnover, and our lead evaporated like morning dew. He jogged off, helmet hiding his face, but I saw the coach chew him out on the sideline. Halftime, in the locker room haze of Bengay and halftime oranges, I cornered him by the ice tubs. What the hell, man? That was money. He wouldn't look up, splashing cold water on his wrists. Slipped. Won't happen again. Bullshit. I grabbed his arm, gentle but firm. Talk to me. For a second his mask cracked, fear flickering like a bad bulb. Then he pulled away. Drop it, Alex. Just drop it. We won by a field goal, but the fumble haunted me. That night, in a sterile hotel room we weren't supposed to share but did anyway. He curled into me, apologies murmured against my chest. I'm sorry. It's nothing. I love this us. We made love in whispers and touches, reaffirming what words couldn't, but the seed of doubt sprouted anyway. Trust, I reminded myself. That's what we were building. Back in Austin, practices ramped up, the air crisp with fall's bite. Jordan seemed steadier, our rhythm sinking like never before. We'd sneak off to Barton Springs after dark, swimming naked in the cool, spring-fed pool under a blanket of stars, laughing about nothing and everything. You're my Hail Mary, he'd say, tracing patterns on my back, and I'd believe him because in those moments, the world narrowed to just us, two guys defying the playbook. But November brought the chill, and with it, whispers. A scout from an NFL team pulled me aside after a scrimmage, casual as coffee. Heard your receivers got ties to boosters up north. Keep an eye out, kid. I laughed it off, paranoia, rival trash talk, but it gnawed. Then during a routine film review I noticed it. Jordan's phone, left on vibrate, lighting up with a text from an unknown number. Update on Rivera? Plays solid. My stomach dropped. Coincidence? Or something uglier? I confronted him that evening, over takeout pho in my apartment, steam rising like unspoken accusations. Who's texting you about me? He froze, chopsticks midway to his mouth. What? No one. Probably spam. Show me. My voice was steel, the QB command I used on linemen who dog blocks. He hesitated, then slid the phone over. The thread was innocuous, weather, memes, but that one message stared back like a ghost. See? Nothing. I wanted to believe him, God, I did. But the fumble replayed in my head, the dodge in his eyes. Jordan, if there's shit going down. There's not. He reached for my hand, thumb stroking my knuckles. I swear, Alex. It's you and me against the world. We kissed to seal it, but the fracture was there, hairline thin, waiting to spiderweb. As Thanksgiving break loomed, the team fractured into holiday plans. Some heading home, others staying for extra work. Jordan begged off visiting his family, claiming a cold, but I overheard him on the phone in the bathroom. Yeah, Dad, I'll be there. Just tying up loose ends. Loose ends. The words echoed, twisting like a bad spiral. I drove him to the airport that Sunday. Rain slicking the roads, wipers thumping a somber rhythm. At the gate he hugged me tight, whispering, 2 weeks. Then we're golden. His kiss tasted like promise, but as he walked away, boarding pass in hand, I spotted it. A duffel bag he'd checked, bulkier than for a family trip. Paranoia again? Or pattern? The days without him stretched, empty as a bye week. I threw myself into solo drills. The ball leather snap familiar but cold without his routes to chase. Mom called from her shift at the hospital, voice warm with worry. Mijo, you sound off. Everything good with that boy? Yeah, ma. Just missing him. And I ached for his laugh, his touch, the way he made the chaos quiet. But doubt festered. Late one night, buzzed on cheap tequila and insomnia, I did the dumb thing, scrolled his socials. Nothing overt, but a tagged photo from an old teammate. Jordan at a bar in Stillwater, arm around some guy, time-stamped last month. Reunited and it feels so good. The caption read. My chest caved. Who was this? Ex? Friend? Or the complications he'd buried? I texted. Who's the guy in the pic from OSU? Dots danced, then old buddy. Why? Because it looks cozy. And I'm here wondering if I'm the fool. More dots, frantic. Alex, stop. It's nothing. Trust me. Trust. The word mocked me now, a siren's call to deeper waters. He flew back a day early, showing up at my door with airport coffee and red-rimmed eyes. I should have told you. That guy, it's my cousin. Harmless. He pulled up the proof, family album pics, and relief flooded me, stupid and sweet. We tumbled into bed, bodies sinking like forgiveness, but the scar tissue remained, tender to the touch. December practices were hell. Bowl prep grinding us down, egos flaring like faulty wiring. Jordan shone, though, hauling in contested catches that had scouts scribbling furiously. Our chemistry was electric, unspoken signals turning routine plays into poetry. Off-field we dreamed big, him to the pros as a slot guy, me under center for Dallas or Houston. Together, he'd say, hand in mine under the dinner table, and I'd nod, clinging to the vision. But the whispers grew. A defensive back cornered me in the showers. Watch your boy, QE. Heard he's feeding plays to OSU. That fumble? Not so accidental. Rage boiled, how dare they poison this? But seeds of fear took root. Was the transfer a ploy? The pairing a setup? No, couldn't be. The night before our bowl game against Alabama, we snuck onto the empty field. Stadium silent under a full moon. Jordan tossed me the ball, lazy arcs in the chill air. Remember our first throw? He asked, catching my return. Like yesterday. I stepped closer, breath fogging between us. You gonna level with me, Jay? All of it. He stilled, ball tucked under his arm. What do you mean? The texts. The bag. The fumble. If there's more. His face crumpled, a dam breaking. Alex. Shit. He sank to the 50-yard line, head in hands. I dropped beside him, world tilting. It's my dad, he choked out. Not the pastor part, the gambling. He owes big to some OSU alumni, bad blood from his coaching days. They threatened to out me unless I fed them scraps. Routes, tendencies. Nothing game-changing, I swear. The fumble was me hesitating, trying to throw it away safe. Betrayal hit like a sack, blindside, breathless. You played me? Us. No. God no. I was protecting you, us. I cut it off weeks ago, told them to fuck off. Tears streaked his face, silver in moonlight. I love you, Alex. That's the truth. Love. The word we danced around, now weaponized. I stood, ball forgotten, chest heaving. Get out. Alex. Out. My roar echoed off the stands raw as exposed turf. He left, silhouette shrinking into night, and I hurled the ball into the end zone, scream tearing free. Trust shattered, fragments slicing deep. The Rose Bowl loomed like a guillotine, Pasadena's sunshine mocking the storm in my gut. Alabama's Crimson Tide, national title contenders, versus our burnt orange hearts, win and we'd etch legends, lose and the whispers would devour us whole. But as we boarded the charter, Jordan's empty seat beside mine gaped like a wound. Coach had benched him for focus. Code for the screaming match I'd had in his office, spilling everything but the kiss. Handle your shit, Rivera, he'd growled. Game's what matters. I stared out the window, clouds blurring below, replaying that moonlit confession. Scraps to OSU enough to tank a season? My arm? No, he'd sworn it was minor. A desperate bid to shield his old man from kneecappers. But love? That I love you hung weapon-like, twisting affection into accusation. I'd fallen hard, built castles on his quiet strength, only for the foundation to crumble under debt and deceit. Yet in the quiet turbulence doubt crept. Was I casting him as villain to dodge my own fears? Trust had always been my kryptonite. Maybe this was just the universe's cruel reminder. Touchdown in LA was blitzkrieg. Palm trees swaying like cheerleaders, the Rose Bowl's arches gleaming pink against smog-hazed hills. Media swarmed, mics thrusting like spears. Alex, how's the arm? Ready to sling it against Milrow. I flashed the grin, all teeth and no soul. Locked and loaded, folks. Hooking. Inside I was unraveling, every forced smile a stitch pulling loose. Hotel check-in blurred into team meetings. Play sheets dog-eared from endless reviews. Without Jordan, the offense felt lopsided, my go-to-guy sidelined, routes run by backups who telegraph like amateur hour. That night, room service stayed congealing untouched. I cracked my laptop for film. Alabama's D-line was a meat grinder, secondary sticky as tar. We'd need precision chemistry I no longer had. My phone buzzed, Mom. Proud of you, Mijo. Call if you need. Then unblock Jordan, can we talk? Please. Before it's too late. Fingers hovered, delete tempting. But the ache one. Lobby. 10 minutes. He waited by the fountain, hoodie up like a fugitive, face gaunt under the lobby's golden glow. Thanks for coming. Don't thank me yet. I crossed arms, barrier against the pull of his nearness. What do you want, Jay? Forgiveness? Understanding. He raked hands through hair, voice cracking. My dad's a mess. Lost his church gig last year. Started betting on games to fix it. OSU guys are his old rivals. They sniffed weakness, used me as leverage. I fed them bullshit, old plays, nothing current. The fumble? Panic. I couldn't sabotage you. You did though. Bitterness surged. Every doubt, every whisper, that's on you. He flinched, eyes glistening. I know. And I hate myself for it. But cutting them off? That means Dad's exposed. If they hurt him. A sob escaped and he swiped it away, proud shoulders slumping. Pity warred with fury. A quarterback snap decision. Why me? Why pair with the QB if you knew this could blow? Because you're real, Alex. From day one you saw me. Not the transfer, not the pastor's kid. You made me want to be brave. He stepped closer, voice dropping. I fell for you before the first practice. That's why I stayed silent. Fear of losing this. The lobby clock ticked, echoing my fracturing resolve. I don't know if I can do this. The game. Forget the game. What about us? His hand grazed mine, electric spark in the sterile air. I pulled back, heart a traitor. Go home, Jordan. Figure your shit. Maybe then. He nodded, defeated shadow retreating to the elevators. Alone again, I punched the wall, knuckles blooming red. Love wasn't a play you could audible out of. It stuck, thorns and all. Game day dawned flawless. 72 degrees, sky china blue. The bowl's petals unfurling like destiny. We filed out in formation, 100,000 strong chanting hook 'em. The adrenaline a drug sharper than doubt. Kickoff sliced the air and we surged, opening drive, 8 plays, my boot to the house. Touchdown. The roar vibrated my bones, a fleeting high. But Alabama answered, Milrow scrambling for 40, their O-line pancaking ours. Second quarter down 14-10, I dropped back, scanned backup WR Ramirez breaking left. Ball away, pick 6. Interception returned for score. Stadium erupting in Tide crimson. Halftime, locker room a pressure cooker. Coach raging, pads slamming lockers, me staring at my tape-wrapped hands, Jordan's absence of phantom limb. You're pressing, Rivera. Harlan jabbed a finger. Sloppy reads. Fix it or we're done. I nodded, mute the weight crushing. Out there under those lights, every throw was a referendum on trust. Mine in the team's in me, and buried deep, mine in him. Third quarter miracle, we clawed back, field goal, picked by our D, my slant to the tight end, tying it at 20. Momentum shifted, crowd a living beast. But on the 2-minute drill, desperation mounted, 3rd and 8 from their 30. I scanned, feet dancing, when movement caught my eye. Jordan on the sideline in street clothes, eyes locked on mine like a beacon. Time slowed. Audible? No, trust the call. Deep post to Ramirez, ball arcing perfect. Incomplete, double covered. Punt and halftime heroes faded to underdogs. Overtime loomed after a late-tied field goal, 23-20. Coin toss hours, we deferred. Their drive stalled at our 25, fourth down, fake punt? No, straight kick, good. 26-20 our turn, 75 yards, no room for error. First play, handoff to the RB5. Second, screen stuffed. 3rd and 5, clock ticking like a bomb. I dropped, heart thunder, and there open seam, Ramirez streaking. Snap release, thud, caught, lateral to the slot for the score. Tie game. Double OT. Exhaustion clawed. Legs lead, but the Bulls' magic pulsed. Alabama first. Fumble on the handoff, our ball at midfield. Run, my keeper, tackle at the 1. Timeout. Coach's eyes bored in. Rivera, you've got this. 1 yard. The line crouched, world narrowing to the spot. Jordan's face flashed, green eyes pleading, and something shifted. Not forgiveness, not yet, but release. Trust wasn't blind faith. It was choosing every snap to believe in the play. Hut hike. Dive right, score. Bedlam. National semis birth, confetti raining like absolution. Post-game, Gatorade showers and hugs blurred. But I sought him out, Jordan lingering by the tunnel, hope fragile as a freshman. You saw me, he said, voice thick. Yeah. I pulled him into shadow, away from cameras. That doesn't fix it. But we talk. Really talk. After this. Relief cracked his smile. Deal. The flight home was quiet triumph. Headlines blaring Rivera's redemption. But for me, the real game was just starting, rebuilding what betrayal tore down, one honest yard at a time. Winter break hit Austin like a merciful pause. Temps dipping to 50s that felt Arctic after Pasadena sun. Mom's house smelled of tamales simmering. Her hug the anchor I'd missed. You look tired, Mijo. Heart tired. She always saw through the shoulder pads. We talked late into Christmas Eve. Candles flickering on the Virgin de Guadalupe altar. I spilled it all, Jordan, the lies, the love. Am I stupid for trying again? She cupped my face, eyes wise from her own battles. Love's not stupid, Alex. It's brave. But trust? That's earned drop by drop. Her words echoed as I drove to the team hotel for bowl after-parties. Jordan's text pulling me. Meet at the Springs? Midnight. Barton Springs shimmered under holiday lights strung by the city, water ink black and inviting. He waited on the grassy bank, bundled in a Longhorns beanie, breath clouding. Merry Christmas. Yeah. I sat beside him, toes dangling toward the edge. Dad called today. First time in years. My brows shot up. What did he say? Congrats on the game. Wants to catch one next fall. I snorted, masking the twist in my gut. Absent dads don't get easy returns. Jordan nodded, understanding without words. Mine's drying out in Tulsa. Church program. The gambling. It's deeper than debts. Mom left last month. Shit. I'm sorry. Don't be. It's why I need us to be real. No more secrets. He turned vulnerability raw. I told him about you. About me. The confession landed soft, revolutionary. How'd he take it? Silent. Then, be happy, son. Progress, right? We stripped to boxers, slipping into the spring's chill embrace, bodies brushing underwater. No urgency, just presence, his hand finding mine, fingers lacing like puzzle pieces. I love you, he murmured, treading water, moon silvering his lashes. This time it stuck, not as plea but promise. Love you too. New year dawned with resolutions unspoken. Therapy for him, boundaries for us. Spring semester kicked off with campus abuzz. Scouts circling, nil deals whispering millions. Jordan and I navigated it gingerly, public as teammates, private as lovers. Stolen kisses in the Jumbotron booth. Study dates dissolving into naps on my couch. But football's grind waited for no mending hearts. Spring ball arrived, pads popping under Darcy Bradford Coliseum's dome. Coach reinstated Jordan after a personal leave, eyes sharp. No repeats, Hayes. Clean slate. Our first scrimmage, the spark reignited. Me hitting him on a wheel route for 60 yards. Crowd oohing from the bleachers. Chemistry, baby. But shadows lingered. Anonymous emails trickled in. Hayes is poison. Watch your back. Rival trolls? Or truth's echo? Mid-March it escalated. A beat reporter from the Daily Texan cornered me post-practice. Rivera, rumors about your receiver. Any truth to OSU tampering? Ice in my veins. Where's this coming from? Sources. Care to comment? No comment. I stormed off, finding Jordan taping ankles in the trainer's room. You see this shit? He paled, scissors stilling. What? Article brewing. Your old man's mess leaking. His jaw tightened. I handled it. Told you. Handle better then. Frustration boiled over. This could tank everything. We fought that night, words like tackles. Him accusing paranoia, me demanding proof. Doors slammed, silence thicker than fog. By dawn, regret nod, I texted, sorry. Scared. His reply, me too. Coffee. Over lattes at Epoch, we mapped a plan, lawyers for his dad, PR spin for us. Vulnerability bonded us tighter, turning cracks to mortar. April bloomed with draft buzz, my stock rising like yeast. Mock drafts slotting me top 10. Jordan's too, projected mid-round steal. We celebrated low-key. Rooftop at my place. Austin skyline twinkling like co-conspirators. To us. He toasted with Shiner Bock, clinking my bottle. To trust. The word tasted earned now. But May brought the thunderhead. Dad showed up unannounced, ticket in hand for our spring game. Face weathered but eyes hungry. Proud of you, son. Let's talk. Over barbecue at Terry Black's, brisket dripping sauce like old wounds, he spun regrets. I was young, stupid. Lost my way after your mom. Charm offensive, but I saw the user, angling for connection via my spotlight. Jordan met him post-meal, handshake firm. Mr. Rivera. Big fan. Dad's grin was oil slick. Call me Carlos. You the guy keeping my boy sharp. Something like that. Jordan's wink was for me, defiant and sweet. Dad left with promises, dinners, calls, but his shadow clung, stirring old distrusts. Think he's for real? I asked Jordan later, tangled in sheets. Doubt it. But you're not 10 anymore. You set the terms. Summer workouts hit like a freight train, heat index flirting with hellfire. We trained together, circuits of sprints and lifts, his encouragement the fuel to my fire. Off days, road trips to Marfa for stargazing, or lazy floats on the Guadalupe, beers bobbing beside us. One evening, as fireflies danced over the river, he turned serious. Alex, the draft. It's splitting us, isn't it? You to Dallas, me to Green Bay. Panic flickered. We'll make it work. Visits off-season. He smiled, sad-edged. Yeah, but what if? Don't. I kissed him, fierce, water-lapping witness. We're end-zone bound. Fall camp dawned, pads and purpose. The team welcomed us seamless, no side eyes. Our bowl heroics bought grace. But the opener against Rice loomed, sold out. Darryl K. Royal, 100K believers. Pre-game walkthrough, coach pulled me aside. Rivera, your boy's solid. But that OSU noise? Buried it myself. Focus forward. Gratitude swelled. Thanks, coach. Family, remember? He clapped my shoulder, mustache wise. Game night, under those burnt orange lights, the stadium pulsed alive. Kickoff and we flew, first drive, 7 plays, my fade to Jordan, toe-tapping TD. Roar like thunder, his point to me in the end zone, heart emoji in cleat mud. We won 42-17, dominance pure. Post-game, SPN Mike. Alex, that connection with Hayes special, huh? Brotherhood, I said, Jordan grinning beside. Off camera, his whisper. More. Life crested, but undercurrents tugged. Dad texted sporadically, fishing for tickets. Jordan's calls home grew terse. Dad's relapse, fresh debts. He's trying. Jordan insisted, but strain etched his face. October rivalry week. OU in town. Red River shootout on neutral turf at the Cotton Bowl. Tensions electric, Sooners trash-talking our queer QB duo in whispers. We ignored focused my pregame speech. Play for each other. That's the bond. Halftime up 17-10. Jordan pulled me into the tunnel. I need to tell you something. Dread coiled. Now. Dad's clean. And I told the team. About us. Shock then pride swelled. You didn't have to. I did. For us. His kiss was victory quick and claiming. Second half we erupted pick six my bomb to him for 80 yards. 38-24 final rivalry owned. But euphoria cracked post-game. Dad waited outside the locker room not alone with a sleazy agent type, eyes on me like prey. Son, this guy's got connections. Big leagues. I froze, Jordan tensing beside. Not now, Dad. Just hear him. No. Rejection sharp. You don't get to waltz in for scraps. He deflated hurt puppy act. Alex. Go. Jordan's hand on my back steady. As Dad slunk away, the agent slipped a card. Later burned it. November chill brought playoff whispers. Undefeated streak us atop the polls. Jordan and I thrived, love a tailwind. Thanksgiving at Mom's he charmed her with pie crust skills, her blessing warm. Treat him right or answer to me. But December with the Fiesta Bowl versus Oregon on deck. The betrayal I'd half forgotten resurfaced. An OSU booster drunk at a Dallas bar cornered Jordan during our team holiday party. Thought we had a deal, kid. Your QB's plays gold. Jordan shoved him off, but video hit socials, grainy viral. Whispers exploded. Tampering scandal, eligibility threats. Coach called emergency huddle. Clear your names or we're fucked. We did presser, Jordan's tearful truth. Desperation, not disloyalty. I protected my team. Scrutiny burned, but evidence backed him. Minor leaks, no impact. Enze cleared us days later, but scars itched. Bowl week in Glendale, tension simmered. Oregon speed demons awaited. Duck green versus our orange fire. Hotel nights, Jordan paced. What if it's not over? What if they come for you? Then we fight. I pulled him close. Together. Glendale's desert sun baked the Fiesta Bowl practice fields. Mirages dancing off AstroTurf like false hopes. Oregon's offense was a blur. Speed slot receivers torching secondaries. Their QB Herbert a surgeon with legs. We countered with grit. My arm honed to laser, Jordan's routes poetry in motion. But off-field, the scandal's aftershocks quaked, reporters circling like vultures. Dad's radio silence a small mercy. And Jordan's nightmares waking us both, his whispers of what if they take it all. New Year's Eve we stole away to a quiet Scottsdale trail, saguaro's sentinel under star-pricked sky. Remember Austin? He asked, hand in mine, path crunching under boots. Like breathing. I squeezed, grounding us. This noise? It'll fade. We're bigger. He stopped, turning to face me, moonlight carving his features sharp. Marry me. The question hung audacious and pure. Jay. Not now. Someday. After drafts when life sours. His grin sheepish, ringless finger tracing mine. Just. Promise you'll think. Laughter bubbled, tension cracking. Idiot. Yes. We kissed under the cosmos. Promise sealed in salt and sweat. Game day January 1st, the dome thrummed. 80K faithful Chick-fil-A kickoff bands blaring. Oregon struck first. 70-yard jaunt on their opening kick return, stadium gasping. We answered, my screen to the back, Jordan blocking fierce for the extra. Tied 7-7, but their tempo wore us. Up-tempo no huddle, forcing mistakes. My overthrow on a post, their safety snagging it for a pick. Halftime down 21-10, locker room a furnace. Coach's veins bulged. Rivera, you're forcing it. Hayes, run your goddamn routes. Jordan nodded. Eyes meeting mine, silent vow. Third quarter pivot. Our D stiffened, strip sack fumble recovered at midfield. I hit Jordan on a crossing route 25 yards, setting up the bootleg TD. 21-17. Momentum, our old friend. But Oregon's answer was cruel. A 99-yard bomb. Herbert to their star WR untouched. 28-17, crowd tilting green. Fourth quarter. 8:42 left. Us with ball at our 20. The drive of our lives. Run for 4, slant to Jordan for 12, draw play 8. Then, 3rd and 2 blitz coming, pocket collapsing. I rolled right, eyes locking on him, breaking free down sideline. Throw 50 yards, contested grab over the corner. First down at their 6. Stadium erupted. Texas! Texas! Chant a tidal wave. 2 runs, then goal line. Fake handoff, play action boot. Naked, no blockers, I planted, fired blind over my shoulder, Jordan dragging a foot in bounds. Touchdown. 28-24, 1:15 left. Oregon's Hail Mary drive. 3 incompletes, clock bleeding. Final heave, our corner high points it incomplete. Buzzer. Fiesta Champions. Brothers. Confetti stormed, Gatorade baptized, but my hug sought Jordan first. His "we did it" muffled in my shoulder. Media frenzy. Alex, that throw vintage. All him, I pointed, his blush camera gold. Post-game banquet, toasts flowed, but under the table, his knee pressed mine, anchor in the swirl. Draft season vortex next. Pro days in Austin, scouts dissecting us like lab rats. My 40-yard dash? Meh. Arm strength? Elite. Jordan's hands? Glue. Interviews probed personal. Team guy? Absolutely. One night over Whataburger runs he fretted. What if we split? Distance kill us. Won't. I stole a fry. Eps, flichts, fight. April's green room in Cleveland loomed, suits starched, families fidgeting. Mom flew in, Jordan's hand hers and mine under the table. Secret solidarity. Night before hotel suite we paced. Top 10, he guessed. Doesn't matter. You're my MVP. Lovemaking slow, reverent. Etching memories against uncertainty. Draft night. Round 1, my name called, Dallas Cowboys, number 8. Elation, mom's tears, Jordan's hug, bone crush. Blue star baby. His turn, round 3, Packers slot WR. Green Bay winters? Brutal. But his grin. Cheese curds and you. Doable. Rookie minicamp split us. Dallas Heat versus Lambeau chill, but FaceTimes bridged. His miss your arm met my miss your routes. Training camp, Oxnard fog for me, familiar faces. Dak mentoring O-line beasts. Jordan's texts. Zeke's a trip. You? McCarthy's intense. But solid. Off-season we carve time, week in Austin, hiking Enchanted Rock, his head on my chest at Summit. This is home. But fissures formed. Dad resurfaced. Consulting gig via that agent, angling for perks. Family discount on tickets? I ghosted. Jordan's dad, sober 6 months, visited. Awkward dinner but progress. Proud son. Fall 2026 seasons dawned. Cowboys 3-1, my 300-yard debut. Packers 2-2, Jordan's first catch a slant for TD. Sunday nights we'd sync watches, texts flying, watched you. Killed it. You too. That grab? Filthy. Thanksgiving, Dallas hosted, mom spread, Jordan sneaking in back door for pie and privacy. 1 year, he tallied. Still here. Forever start? I teased, ring box burning pocket. Simple band promised under stars. His yes was yes, tears and tackles. But December storms brewed. Cowboys pushing playoffs, divisional rivals nipping. Packers faltered, Jordan nursing a hamstring tweak. Distance nod, flights canceled, calls clipped by fatigue. Week 14 we drew. Cowboys-Packers, Lambeau Field, -5 wind chill. Rivalry? Nah, personal coliseum. Pre-game, tunnel stare down, his wink hidden from cams. Kickoff, Cheesehead faithful howling. First half, even me to CD for 80, them countering with Jordan's outroute TD off play action. 14-14, my sideline glare met his shrug. Gotta eat. Third quarter we pulled ahead, picked by Diggs, my bootleg score. 21-14. But late fourth quarter, 2 o'clock left, them down 24-20, ball at midfield. Herbert, no, their QB love drops scans. Hits Jordan on a dig 25 yards, setting up the game-tying field goal. Stadium quakes, my sideline fury reel. How? Why? Post kick tied our drive, stalls OT. Overtime they defer. My first play. Deep shot to Lamb, incomplete into wind. Run stuffed. Boon. Their turn, 3 and out. Our ball 75 yards. Clock ours. Run for 10, incomplete, run for 5, 3rd and 5. Drop back, blitz, roll left, eyes on the seam. Jordan cheating inside on cover 3. Throw, interception. His hands, snaring at mid-stride, returned to their 40. Game over. Packers win. Lambeau leaps his point skyward, not to me. Locker room, I punched lockers, rage blind. Presser. Tough loss. Credit them. Back at the hotel, he waited in my suite. Keycard swipe, confrontation brewing. That pick. Play the ball, Alex. It's football. His tone defensive, eyes weary. You knew the route. My tell. Silence stretched, accusation heavy. I read it. Like always. Hurt flashed. Or you think I tanked you? Again. Doubt poison. After OSU? Hard not to. He recoiled, bag already half-packed. I thought we were past this. Trust. Trust is earned, Jay. Every game. Then maybe we're not ready. Door click gone. Christmas alone in Dallas, mom's call lifeline. Fight for him, Mijo. Or let go. Playoffs came, Cowboys bye, then rout of Philly. Jordan's Packers wildcard exit. His text silent. Super Bowl path cleared, but hollow without him. Big game versus Chiefs in Atlanta. Confetti dreams. I balled out 3 TDs, MVP chance, but ringside empty. Post-victory, Lombardi cold in hands, I called voicemail. I love you. Come back. His reply dawned me too. But trust. We fix it together? Yes. Spring 2027 off-season therapy. Couple sessions in Austin, unpacking betrayals like old film. Dad? Cut off, boundaries steal. Jordan's vulnerability. I fear losing you to doubt. Mine. I fear repeating history. Wedding summer, small mom's backyard, rainbow arch, vows under oaks. In trust we throw true. Life post vows. Trades whispered but we held. Dallas for me, Green Bay trade for him, reunited on sidelines? Nah. Distance managed, love matured. Years blurred. Pro Bowls, rings, mine 27, his 29. Kids adopted, twins football mad. Scandals faded, trust tempered steel. Looking back, that arranged pairing? Best blindside ever. It left me conflicted, yeah but whole. The confetti from that Super Bowl still itched in my memory like stubborn turf burn. Even 2 years later, as I stood in the kitchen of our Austin rancher, sunlight slanting through blinds onto the granite counters. Jordan was at the stove, flipping pancakes with that focus frown he got during route drills. Same intensity, domestic edition. Our twins, Mia and Luca, age 3 and terrorizing the living room with foam footballs, shrieked in tandem, a sound that drowned out ESPN's morning drone about the upcoming NFL draft. Dada. Catch. Luca hurled a Nerf spiral my way. I snagged it one-handed, drawing cheers. Breakfast pros, I teased, sliding behind Jordan to kiss his neck, inhaling coffee and maple. Marriage had sanded our edges. 5 years now, since that backyard ceremony where Mom teared up reciting Maya Angelou, and his dad, still fragile in sobriety, clapped with genuine pride. No grand gestures, just us. Rings exchanged under a chuppah borrowed from a rabbi friend, blending our worlds messy and right. He leaned back into me, spatula pausing. You spoil them. Then I play bad cop. Teamwork. My hand circled his waist, thumbs tracing the faded scar from that 26 hamstring tear. Retirement loomed for both, me at 28, arm nagged by rotator whispers. Him at 27, knees protesting the North's eternal winter. Coaching beckons. Broadcasting. We tabled it, savoring this limbo where Sundays meant cartoons, not snap counts. But nostalgia tugged, especially with the draft replaying highlights. My 26 call, the blue star cap snapping down, Jordan's whoop from the green room couch. Remember the panic, he said, plating stacks dripping syrup. Like yesterday. I grabbed forks, herding kids to the table. Thought you'd bolt to Wisconsin forever. He smirked, ruffling Luca's curls. Cheese over you? Never. But under the banter the old fracture hummed. That OT pick, the hotel silence, the therapy grind that rebuilt us brick by confession. Post-win we'd flown separate, me to victory parades, him to Lambeau's quiet ache. Weeks blurred in calls laced with miss you. Until I caved, driving north unannounced, snow-choked roads leading to his door. Fool, he'd laughed, pulling me inside to a firelit rug and raw talk till dawn. Trust, we learned, wasn't a switch on or off but a muscle flex daily. Now with kids it flexed in smalls. Shared diaper duties, his late-night texts from away games pre-retirement, my love you voicemails before surgeries. Humanistic, yeah, the mess of us redeemed. Afternoon brought a curveball. Dad's email, subject reaching out. Son saw your highlights. Water under the bridge? Coffee. Carlos. I deleted, but not before Jordan glimpsed him again. Persistent. Stomach nodded. Post-draft he'd hovered. Advisory calls that reeked of agenda, until I blocked. Now clean slate era, old ghosts knocking. Tell him no. Or I will. Jordan's tone steel, protector mode. Nah. My call. But doubt seated, forgiveness a luxury? Or trap? Evening bedtime stories read. Goodnight moon twisted with pigskin puns. Then wine on the porch, Austin skyline winking distant. What if I meet him? I mused, feet tangled with his. Jordan sipped, thoughtful. Boundaries. You're the dad now, not him. Next week, neutral ground. Kirby Lane blue plate specials and booths scarred by decades of Austinites. Dad arrived early, slimmer, silver threading his hair, eyes softer sans hustle. Alex. Thanks for this. Yeah. I slid in coffee black. What's the play here? He stirred sugar, deliberate. No play. Just regret.
Watched your wedding clip online.
Looked happy. Warily I nodded. I am. Good. Your mom's a saint. Should have fought harder. Pause, vulnerable. Seeing you with those kids makes me wish I'd shown up sooner. The hook tugged, old boy in me craving the ghost. Why now? Therapy. Church. AA actually. Laugh self-deprecating. Fancy that. We talked halting. His wanderings, bar gigs in LA, the ache of missing my highs. No asks, just air clearing. I'd like to know the grandkids. He ventured, tentative. Slow. But door cracked. Maybe a park day. His relief genuine. I'd like that. Driving home, text to Jordan. Met him. Okay. His reply proud. Details later. June heat peaked. Family vaki to Big Bend. Rugged trails, Rio Grande floats, stars so thick you could scoop them. Dad joined one-day hike. Awkward but earnest, tossing Luca piggyback, Mia's giggles thawing ice. Thanks, I murmured post-hike, watching him splash with them. Family, he said, echoing Coach Harlan. Progress. Fall brought new rhythms. Me guest analyst on ESPN, Jordan youth coaching at UT, our old stomping grounds. Sundays we'd host watch parties. Alums crowding our yard for brisket and brews. One game against OSU, tension nostalgic. Jordan's old friends long jailed for extortion. But cheers rose when our alma mater torched them 45-10. Redemption arc. He quipped, arm around me, kids asleep upstairs. Ours was better. November, Thanksgiving redux. Mom's table groaning, dad at end, invited, earned. Toasts clinked. To Sakan's chances. His eyes met mine, nod solemn. Human flawed trying. But December tested. Jordan's knee swelled post-scrimmage, doc's verdict. Scope it or limp forever. Surgery slotted pre-Christmas, his face ashen. What if I can't coach? Can't run with the boys? I held him, porch swing creaking. Then we adapt. Like always. Hospital day, Mia and Luca's drawings taped to his gown. Super dead app. Eased the weight. Post-op groggy him. Love you QB. Forever receiver. Recovery dragged. Crutches clacking, PT grinds. But his grit shone, turning pain to purpose. This, he'd huff mid-squat. Easier than your blitz reads. January draft eve, irony sweet. We hosted a watch party for the new Horns QB. A freshman phenom echoing my arm. Dad came, sharing war stories. Jordan came forgotten, demoed routes to wide-eyed kids. Nostalgic. I asked, stealing a dance in the kitchen, slow sway to faint jazz. Grateful. His lips brushed mine. For the conflicted start. February chill, we escaped to Carmel, Pacific fog. Cliff walks. B&B with ocean view tub. No kids, no calls, just us rekindling in whispers and waves. Remember the springs? He murmured, soapy hands tracing my spine. First kiss. I nuzzled. Best pairing ever. March Madness bracket busted early, but our madness? Thrived. Dad's visits regular, park picnics, his stories now lessons, not loads. One evening Luca asked, Grandpa, why you go away? Dad knelt, honest. I was lost, buddy. Learning my way back. Kid logic. Okay. Play catch. April showers greened the yard, Jordan's limp faded. Coaching gig expanded. High school clinic, his passion palpable. These kids, he'd rave, hungry like we were. My broadcast slots grew. Monday night football booth. Voice steady calling plays I'd once lived. Rivera sees the seam. Hayes hauls it in. Wait, no ghost calls but sweet. May anniversary 5. Mauna Kea hike. Volcano craters like old wounds healed. At summit vow renewal, informal rings kissed. In trust and trials I choose you. June solstice, longest day, ours too, with twins' birthday bash, piñata swinging, dad wrangling balloons. Laughter echoed. Family mosaic complete. But July heat wave cracked complacency. Anonymous letter arrived, no stamp typed. Hayes' secrets die with me. But Rivera's dad? Ask about the debts. Paranoia spike, old OSU ghosts? I showed Jordan, his face draining. Dad's clean. Not yours. Mine. Confrontation loomed. Dad's denial swift. Old gambling marker. Paid off years ago. Swear. Proof. Bank stubs faded. Why hide? Shame. Didn't want to taint this. Ice pleading. We believed, therapy's gift, doubts leash short. Letter traced to a bitter ex-agent. Grudge aired, case closed. August back to school, Luca's first T-ball, Mia's ballet recital, our cheers loudest. Jordan's clinic boomed. Scholarship fund in our names for queer athletes. September equinox, UT opener. We tailgate, burnt orange sea. His hand in mine, casual now. Out and proud, inspirations whispered. October harvest moon, family camping. Guadalupe again. Fireside tales of our arranged meet. Sanitize for kids. Daddy Alex needed a fast friend. November gratitude circle. Dad's turn, voice thick. For forgiveness I didn't earn. December lights twinkled. Holiday cards with our foursome plus him. Blended bright. New Year's bull-bound horns, we commentated, booth banter gold. See that route? Hayes special. Post-game win, his whisper. Our story's better. January thaw, twins preschool grad, tiny caps, our tears. Dad gifted books. For the next generation. February hearts, V-Day getaway. Hill Country Inn, massages and Merlot. 10 years since the pairing. He tallied. Best conflict ever. Laughter, love. March wins, Jordan's full stride run, miracle. Race you. April blooms, draft another year, new QB calls me mentor. May migrations, family road trip, Route 66 echoes, dad jokes redeemed. June pride, Austin March, us marshals, rainbows for the twins. July fireworks, backyard show. Sparks mirroring ours. August zenith, coaching camp. Jordan head honcho, me assistant. September symphony, season start. Our legacy in young eyes. October harvest, pumpkin patch. Family photos framed forever. November thanks, table full. Past mended, future seated. December solstice, longest night. Ours dawn lit. Through it, the hook that started it all. That spiraling ball, his cracked voice. Betrayal's sting faded to scar. Trust's bloom eternal. Arranged? Yeah. But chosen every day. The winter of 32 hit Austin sideways. A rare ice storm glazing the streets like a quarterback's frozen spiral. Turning our neighborhood into a slip-and slide for the reckless. I was 35 now, salt and pepper creeping into my beard. The kind mom called distinguished, while Jordan ribbed it as Old Man Rivera. Retirement had suited us, me trading shoulder braces for press box perches. Him evolving his clinic into the Hayes Rivera Foundation. A non-profit funneling gear and scholarships to LGBTQ+ youth in sports, from peewee soccer to college ball. The twins, 8 and fierce, were deep in it. Mia quarterbacking her flag league with my arm and his smarts. Luca hauling routes like a mini Jordan, all gangly limbs and grin. That morning, as sleet ticked against the window, we huddled in the kitchen, hot cocoa mugs steaming. The foundation's latest gala invite propped on the fridge. Fancy, Jordan said, scanning the embossed card, black tie, Austin Convention Center, honorees, us. Think the kids'll behave? Mia piped up from her sketchpad, drawing goalposts with rainbow laces. Duh, Dad. I'll dazzle 'em. Luca, building a fort from cereal boxes, added, boom, touchdown speech. Laughter rippled, easy as breathing, but my eyes caught Dad's note tucked beside. Galactics? Let me escort your mom? See, a decade on, he'd earned his seat. Steady job as a high school counselor. Weekends coaching little league. Apologies long metabolized into actions. The twins called him Abuelo without hesitation. His stories of my glory days their favorite lore. Yeah, I told Jordan, pocketing my phone after confirming. Family table. He nodded, that quiet pride in his eyes, the one that still hooked me 20 years post-pairing. We'd weathered more since. His knee replacement at 32, clean and comeback. My sports doc gig, patching young arms. The pandemic pause when foundation drives went virtual. Us zooming pep talks to isolated kids. Betrayals? Buried deep. Exhumed only in therapy anniversaries. Reminders that love's not flawless but fierce. The gala loomed mid-January. Storm cleared to crystalline skies. We dressed, me in slim tucks, Jordan's bow tie crooked till I fixed it. Kids in mini-formals scrubbed shiny. Mom arrived with Dad, her sequins catching light, his arm steady on hers. You two clean up nice, she winked, air-kissing cheeks. Convention center buzzed, alums, donors, queer icons in glittering array. Speeches droned till hours. Jordan first, voice steady, recounting our arranged start. Coach thought it bonding. Fate knew better, trust built in throws and truths. Laughter, applause. My turn. From conflicted quarterback to this? Jordan's my MVP every snap. Standing ovation, tears pricking, his hand finding mine on stage. Public now unapologetic. After party swirled. Champagne toasts, dance floor packed. Dad pulled me aside, glass raised. Your speech. Hit home. Thanks for the rewrite on my story. Co-author. I clapped his back. Kept the good parts. Midnight, kids yawning, we slipped out, home to Coco rematch, fort rebuilt. Bedtime tales twisted gala into fairy tale. And the quarterback caught the heart, forever. February faded into spring training hype. Our foundation partnering with UT for a youth camp. Jordan ran drills, his limp a myth, hollering, tuck the ball. As Mia led a huddle. I filmed heartful legacy, not rings but ripples. March Madness bracketology mirrored life. Upsets, underdogs rising. Luca's team won tourney, his game ball tossed to us pure joy. April showers birth May flowers, draft another cycle, new QB echoes of me. We mentored via calls. Trust your reads, kid. June pride swelled Austin streets. Parade float our float, twins waving flags, dad marching beside sign. Proud abuelo. July heat baked barbecues, family reunions where dad's stories wove seamless. No absences, just arcs. August zenith, camp climax. All-star game, Mia's TD pass ceiling win. Like you, dada, she beamed. September symphony, school starts. Luca's essays on family heroes. Jordan and me side by side. October harvest, pumpkin runs. Jordan pushing Mia in the stroller days, now her coach. November thanks, table testament. Mom's tamales, dad's pie, toasts to trials turn treasures. December lights, holiday drive, neon displays, carols belted off-key, twins giggles glue. New Year's 33 dawn mild, resolutions whispered. More travels, foundation global. But the real vow unspoken. Continue choosing. Years stacked like playbook pages, twins to teens, Mia out as bi at 14, our arms open. Luca's first crush, awkward and sweet. Dad's retirement party, toasts to his second half. Us his anchors. Jordan's 40th surprise, Luau Austin pool deck, lays and luau's my speech. From Oklahoma fields to this? My forever route. His 50th twins planned. Vow renewal on Barton Springs shore. Dawn dip. Promises pinky sworn. Mine 45. Skydiving tandem, free fall fear yielding to flight. His voice ground. I've got you. Through contracts, controversies, foundation sued by bigots, one on principle, scandals sidestepped, dad's old debt's a footnote in BIOS. 60s crept. Knees creakier but walks with canes synced, hands clasped. Twins wed. Mia to her engineer love, Luca to artist beau. Our dances father-daughter son. Grandkids arrive, tiny tacklers. Abuelo Alex throw. Echoes. 70. Foundation halls named, scholarship seeding dreams. 80. Rocking chairs on porch, stories retold, that hook the spiral, his voice cracking. Lie no more. Jordan gone first, 82, peaceful sleep, hand in mine. Funeral packed, eulogy mine. He caught every throw, heart's hardest. I followed at 84, twins at bedside, grandkids whispers. Love you, abuelo. Epitaph shared. Arranged in trust, chosen in love. The field waits eternal, turf green, skies blue, ball spiraling true. Hu King.